And we are underway in Buffalo. And this carries into the end zone. Shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And partner, when you hear about a 6'5", 235, 240-pound quarterback, you don't often think of him being overlooked coming out of high school, do you? That's exactly what happened to Josh Allen. Overlooked, ended up going to a junior college, Reedley Community College out in California, before matriculating to the University of Wyoming, and the Cowboys were so glad to get him.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 9, Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Allen's throw is complete, and they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will make it into the end zone.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
15 yards on the play, first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Going deep for Diggs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Yeldon. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Allen's pass intercepted by the Browns. They'll take over 1st and 10.
Here come the Browns on offense with Baker Mayfield, the former #1 overall pick at quarterback.
Is it okay if I give him a few props right here? Do you mind?
I think he's earned it. Go ahead.
Okay, how about a guy who was a 2-time walk-on, who later became a 2-time Big 12 Player of the Year, has the most touchdown passes in Big 12 history with 129, a Heisman Trophy into his credit, and took his team to the college football playoff semifinal twice while at Oklahoma.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns 7, Bills 0.
Still 9 remaining on second down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. They run the option here on 1st and 10. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back them up. Play fake, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. That'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Well, without a doubt, all credit's got to go to the runner. Found his way into the end zone, but the defensive guys just not wrapping up well when they try to tackle him.
And that's the thing. You've got to wrap up. A lot of times these days you see guys, they just want to go as hard as they can and throw their body at somebody. That's not old school football, though.
No, old school football is fundamentals. Wrapping up, locking your hands, and trying to get him on the ground.
Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10. Their own 7.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best play, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively, because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen going deep for Diggs. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. They run here with Singletary. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
Just yanked that one well to the left, and no good.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he is inching closer to that 100-yard mark.
And that's the goal. That's the benchmark that every runner in the NFL is trying to get to. And he's locked in on it pretty well right now. And I would suspect that his linemen are locked in pretty well, too. They know that if a guy gets over 100 yards, they've done a great job, too.
You think every starter sort of has the number 100 in his mind before a game?
I guarantee that they do. That's what they think about. That's what they dream about. That's what they visualize during practice all week. 100 yards, because once you get there, it's almost like you hit that number, boom, you might even get to 2.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw, Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. To return is Roberts. Shreds the tackle. Called an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's Allen. His throw incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Natson. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Come on now.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, they set up the screen to Chubb. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. It brings up.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. On the return, it's Hyde. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. "19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. He's going deep for Brown. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
The Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Play action, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here now Roberts. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now a toss right to Yelder. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Well, that's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers involved in the play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Allen now on first down. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing, the team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
A gain of 14. And the Browns first down.
Chubb. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
The one thing I have learned about this league, more and more, you've got to take some chances. You know, if you play everything conservatively and play everything exactly like, okay, I know what to do in each situation, I don't think you're going to get very far. I love the call there, going for it, even on his own side of the field.
Yeah, and even though you're on your own side of the field, they were creeping towards midfield, so not as crazy as if they were back at their own 20.
Showed a little faith in the defense too, right?
Yep. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. We can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Here's Jamie Gillen down. They'll boot it away from about his 35. On the return there following a punt of 42. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now T.J. Yeldon, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, Allen eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down. Allen, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over first and 10.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run it again with Chubb. And he powers his way up past the 30.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Browns on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
I'm seeing from them here, tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bad.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator He's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try to make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's third down.
Now Mayfield. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
To throw, it's Allen being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll toss it to Yeldon. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
The stop made by Myles Garrett. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Mayfield's pass. Intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass.
Field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
And it is good! He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Bills are going to get out of here winners. A little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.